The palace corridor stretches endlessly, bathed in flickering torchlight that cannot seem to push back the shadows. The camera glides slowly, capturing the cold stone walls, the faint echo of footsteps, and the heavy air that hangs like a shroud. At the far end of the hall, a figure emerges, a young royal woman, draped in silks, her crown shimmering faintly in the half-light. She walks slowly, her face expressionless, but as she advances, the doors behind her slam shut, one by one, their echoes shaking the air like thunder. Each door closes off her path of escape. She does not turn back, she does not stop. The corridor has no end, only walls that close in tighter with every step. Royalty promised privilege, but instead it delivered chains. They were prisoners of their own bloodline. The camera draws closer to her face. At first it is calm, perfect, serene. But soon cracks appear along her porcelain skin, spreading like fractures in glass. Her eyes fill with sorrow, her lips tremble as if to speak words that never leave her mouth. The crown on her head begins to shudder and shift, tiny cracks forming in the gold until it drips with a dark liquid that seeps down her forehead. Whispers rise, surrounding her. They were crowned, and they were condemned by the very blood that gave them power. The scene shifts into a grand throne room, once alive with light and voices, now empty and cloaked in silence. The throne itself is covered in shadows, the gilded edges corroded, the velvet cushion torn and darkened with unseen stains. Portraits of queens hang on the walls, their painted smiles frozen in time. But as the camera lingers, those portraits begin to distort. Smiles stretch into grotesque grimaces, eyes hollow into black voids, and their faces blur until only shadows remain. History preserved their beauty, but erased their agony. What was remembered was their crowns, not their torment. The voice of the unseen narrator grows colder. Blood was their prison. In trying to preserve purity, their bodies were destroyed. In the name of legacy, their lives were sacrificed. The imagery darkens further. Trembling hands reach out of the shadows. Pale faces scream silently as chains rattle faintly in the background. The viewer sees flashes of corridors, cells, chambers, not prisons made of bars, but palaces made of marble, which became prisons all the same. The crown appears once more, this time lying on the cold floor, cracked and bent, its jewels dimmed to ash. Slowly it crumbles into dust, carried away by an invisible wind. The sound of the woman's footsteps ceases. Silence fills the screen. A faint voice whispers, low and chilling, "We were born into power, but we were never free. We carried crowns, but we also carried curses." The screen fades to black, only a faint red glow illuminating the words, "Condemned by blood." Final call to action. What you have witnessed is only a glimpse of their hidden torment. The truth is far darker, far more horrifying than history dares to admit. Subscribe now and watch the complete story on our channel. Behind every crown is not glory, but a curse carved in blood.